welcome. I am Crime Queen. Now, would you like to know about the 14 gods that I have been talking about? Like on this channel is what you hear, the 14 gods, number 14 or 1 or 7, or like in the Matrix where you hear Neo. It's all about the 14 gods. Now, so I thought I would do a series of videos on each god to get you to understand the numerical vibrations and their characteristics. Now, I'm hoping I can do this at reasonable length, in the sense of that there is so much to say about the gods on each one of the gods, but something that you, as a beginner of getting to know the gods, can have like our ABC. It's like our alphabet with the gods. So stick around. In case you are new to this channel, I hope you will give us the like and subscribe. Okay, so let's begin with the first god. And again, if you are a beginner, let's show you the list of the gods. And just as an introduction, so basically, as I say, I am Crime Queen and I am your partner in crime. The crime is that we are loving ourselves enough to understand that you do not just take whatever is given to you. You do your research, you share, you like, you subscribe. Okay, and the gods are going to work through you. Don't you know you're a god? So check out that video as well, because I've just completed that video on the number 369, and that just blew my mind. It's beautiful when that happens. Okay, so we are talking about, it's all deriving from the sacrifice of Christ, of Jesus Christ. We have done lots where the scriptures say seek wisdom, because that's what got me going. I want to know what this wisdom is, and I was like with so many aha moments, and there is a text that I came across that speaks about wisdom, in the sense that you find she's in witty inventions, something to that effect, meaning that wisdom is not the serious schoolmaster or school principal, or the you know she's witty, she is witty. You will find her, she cries, she laughs, she does everything. She'll be in the marketplaces, she'll be in House of Parliament, she'll be in the church, she'll be everywhere. She'll be in the river, she'll be in the raindrops, she'll be in the sun, the moon. That's wisdom. And right here, she's present. Okay, so speaking of this, we recognize that we are Genesis, of course, which is the numerical value of 33, and 33, of course, is 3 plus 3 is 6. This is the number of man. Now, of course, this is the age we are told that Jesus Christ died at 33, which I've done. I'm going to go over this again, because going through so many videos, and some of them I had not labeled correctly, because I was just about delivering the babies, if you like, and maybe not caring for them as much in the world. Okay, but now we are getting there. So we have these 14 gods here, and with the 14 gods, of course, we have the first set is of 9 gods, and the other set is of 5 gods. So this is just to give you an overview of what we are talking about, and to show that this is not something we just made up. You can see here that there is a uniformity of their position in the scriptures, and here with the values. So we have 6 4 I'm sorry, 4672, and then we have 2764. And there we have this 2. What we have seen here is that the next set of creation came, and it's like they said, you guys are too perfect. This might have coincided with when it was said that the gods came down and confounded the language of the people building the Tower of Babel. So this is that I'm believing that that has something to do with saying, no, you guys have things in too much order, and we're going to mess things up a bit. So, okay. So let's look at the created God, the God of creation. So we are going to look at, as in the verb, the verbatim gods and the first God of creation. And however this shows up, we will try and link them with other videos that we have done before, so people, you can get an insight about the created God, created, which has a numerical value of 11. So we want to see how that, speaking of wisdom as well, to show you, wisdom, to show you how creation, or the created God, has shown through everything that we do. This is why a lot of people are just talking about the God of creation, but there are, it's like the God who made, the God who created, the God who divided. It's like House of Parliament. Okay, so we have Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, but you have a spokesperson, you have the advisor, the Chancellor, the this, the that, the Lords, and all of those others. It's like we have different professions or professionals. We have the doctor, you have the dentist, you have the nurse, you have the shopkeeper, you have all of those things. That's how the gods operate. But of course, everything comes under umbrella. It's like saying, for instance, you have human beings, but then you have different nations of human beings, or different looks, or you have the Caucasian, you have the, and the different shades and races. And that's what we are talking about. Okay, so wisdom, the scriptures, wisdom says to you, seek wisdom, and above all, seek understanding. So we are looking at wisdom because this is the, just to show you. So wisdom actually equals 11. We've done this before, but I'll show you how. And in case you're new, because I want to keep this short, so this is 5, this is 1, this is 9, 1, 4, 6, and 4. So this is 10, 20, 24, 31, 24, 29, 29. 2 plus 9 is 11. Okay. 11, Eleven. And this is what the scripture tells you about seeking wisdom. Wisdom you've got the word wise, you've got, which is like being witty as well. Okay, so we have Eve in the middle. So if you seek wisdom, you definitely would find Eve. Of And that's what numerology does so beautifully. Then, of course, if you find wisdom, you are able to even things up, because there was a reason why you were seeking wisdom anyway. Yeah. And of course, you would leaven, like I think the scripture speaks a lot about leavened bread, might be spelled differently, but anyway. So we have this 11, and we can of course form other words with this. Within here we also heard about the god, the El god. Okay, now this is just to give you a little taste of what the scriptures that we think is only like being on the pulpit. No, everything comes under this. So let's look at 11. I just wanted to show the parallel or the power of the created God, and number 11, the value, and how that pertains to us, how we can recognize the created God within us, of course. So created, first of all, it's important, very important, that you sort of just skim the word and look at what words are being pulled out or calling you or jumping at you. So, for instance, we have this word eat. It's important you notice that every major change over in the scriptures, every major change. So when there was the story about God had promised Abraham, the father of all nations, that he would be with child, for instance, he would be with child, and so of course his wife laughed. There's a lot around this story, of course, being a father, so the story is a lot, but there were angels. In those days, the angel would be like you and myself, which still exists because I'd like to think I'm an angel. Okay, and but Abraham, of when they came, the angels, two men, I think it was, or two or three, came to the house to say, yes, you'll be with child. And they said, oh, what? And Abraham went and asked his men to kill the fattest of the calves or whatever that they had, or the goat. I don't think it was a pig, or the lamb, and it's so they could feed the angels. Can you imagine talking about the time it would take to slaughter an animal and to cook it so these angels could have something to eat? They were no vegetarians. Okay, so the story is that his wife Sarah, of course, laughed, and that's another thing that I have done on this, another presentation. But it was around food. This is what I am saying. There's always something to do with food, like it were with Eve, or you would have something like there was Joseph and his brothers. It was about the famine. It was around food. Jacob and Esau. Jacob sold his birthright for a bowl of broth or something to that effect. Was around food. Esther, there was something when the king favored her. It was something to do about food, picking up the food for the poor or something. Always around something with the word to do with eat. So they would have enough to eat. And of course, the word eat is 8, which is 5. Let's just do this 5, 1, 2. So this is 8. And we have, of course, you could see 2 letters on either side, which creates another story, if you like. So this is 9, 5 plus 4, and then we have 9 plus 3, which is 12. So you can see on the two ends of the scale there is a relationship here, because 3 is a 9. So there is a relationship, and that tells us something about the number 3 and how the God, of course, with the C, is very much important that we pay attention even to this letter, because each letter has a very deep meaning to it. So, and we are 14, of course, talking about the 14 gods. So, let's add this up. Well, we know it's 11, but I wanted to show you this. Now, there is another thing that is important to also pay attention to. We have the word read. So I have done this, but I'm just going to go over this. And as I say, the main story that we learned of was with Adam and Eve, and it's about eating of the the eating of the apple. But we can see by the time we have read in the beginning God created, that tells us that the story we have learned, there is another thing that we had not been taught, and that's why we are asked to seek wisdom so we can understand this for ourselves. It's like then saying, no, I'm going to go to uni and learn another thing more, or I'm going to have my PhD in this subject. So now you initiate, be the God and initiate the thing that is necessary for you to learn. So we have the word read, we have the word rat, we have the word treat, TREAT. We have the word let's see, crate, CRATE. Where taxes come in, or money, rate, all these were there already. So this introduction, when we look at it in the word, in the beginning, this is what it is said to us, because the word beginning, for instance, beginning, I'll just do this short, it equals 9. So this is so important that we pay attention to all of this. Okay, and hey, more words on this so you can have fun with this and really see how wisdom, this is the wisdom that is in the created God, the God of creation bears all this wisdom, and it's so we can recognize that the God is within us in this way. So let's look at the numerical value and to see how the numerical value plays out. We have seen that with doing the word wisdom, which is also 11, and it has Eve in the middle of it. But Eve was Eve in the middle of wisdom? Let's just 11. ELEVEN. Okay, so we had Eve right here because it's not by chance we have been given this story where Mother Eve is the most central figure of all of this. So we could say that, well, Eve equals 14, and of course, 1 plus 4 is 5. So here we are 5. We are. I've done a lot on number 5. Please go through the videos and perhaps just ask Spirit to just guide you, because some of the titles may not be as just ask Spirit to guide you, that you will just be opening the presentation that is appropriate for you. Okay, so we have 11, and we are speaking about Eve, or even the L God, which would be 8 here. So here we have the 8, like we have 8 here, and this is more or less saying now whatever was in the middle is come out to the end here. This 8 is come out. Okay. And we're told about like L, you see ill, like the serpent. This is like the serpent here. So 1 again, 1 equals 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. Another one, this is it here, 1 and 1 again. 1 equals 16. Of course, this is 7. Add 7 plus 7 is 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. This is Mother Eve right here. So here we could see how Mother Eve here, or wisdom, this is why they said seek wisdom. It's like seek wisdom to recognize yourself. Seek this understanding to know who you truly are. This is what the message is about. And when we do the numerical value for the word 11, we know this is 9. This is 9. It gives us 9. If we did the numerical value for the word 9, because we are using the words and the numbers, we can see how that happens. If you did add the number here with 9, this would also be 11. So 9 is 5955. Adding this together is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. Now that coincides with the third verse of the scripture when it says, "Let there be light," because the first letter is L and has a numerical vibration of 3. So I won't make this much longer. We can have another presentation on the God of creation or the created God. So if you want to write, for instance, or read, or learn to read more, or whatever it is, or to do with words, this is why it is also said, in the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was the Word. So the word beginning, like we did before, equals 9. It equals 9, and of course 11, as we have seen, also 11 equals 9. So basically we see how the numbers and words are interrelated, and this really presents to us a mirror aspect of our makeup. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this fun. Please like and subscribe and share and stay ignited.